My name is Anmol Shukla.
I'm sorry. Hello, my name is Michael. I play the viola. She plays the violin. She forgot to mention that.
Man, yeah. So welcome 8th grade families and 8th graders.
Before we start our concert, I'd like to ask everyone to silence their phones and please no flash photography because no one likes it when you're in the middle of a piece and then you hear someone's alarm go off. So please silence your phones and don't blind us with your flashes. Thank you.
And yes, it's happened before. But also, 8th graders, please join us for ice cream right after the concert and we'll love to have you there.
And 8th graders, hope to see you here next year.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Night.
Night, yeah. I forgot to turn this off. Sorry, guys.
Hi everyone, I'm Ankita.
And I'm Anna Sophia, and we've both been in orchestra for 5 years.
So who here decided to come last minute or in this past week?
Raise your hand.
Yeah, raise your hand. Okay.
Wow. Oh, that guy in the back. I see you. Alright, who here was invited by someone else or only came here because someone you knew did? Anyone?
Yeah.
Alright. That
Okay.
guy's got friends. Okay. So, some of you raise your hands to one or both of these questions, and I think that means you can relate to our experience when we were choosing our instruments and taking our first steps to becoming a part of a bigger community, just like you guys are doing right now.
So it all started off at Bemis when I accidentally signed up late and the only instrument left to choose from was the viola. So yeah, I know, okay. Before you make any assumptions, I don't think there's a better accident I could have made. My passion for my instrument developed tremendously at Boland Park Middle School, where playing music started to actually become a priority. For 3 years, I tried my absolute hardest to keep improving until freshman year came along, and I realized just how talented my peers actually were. I don't consider myself an insecure person, especially not in middle school, but when I met the people in my orchestra, I couldn't help but be overcome with anxiety every time I even played a single note in the room. I was terrified of my stand partner at the beginning of the year because I thought he hated me for messing up sometimes. Until one day, my mindset changed. Orchestra is a community. It's a diverse group full of different and unique people with one goal in mind: to make music, to promote a sense of unity within our environment. Everyone wants to help everyone in any way they can. We're a family, which is what I love so much about orchestra.
For me, it began in Hamilton Elementary. My friends chose a violin within the first 5 minutes of choosing our instruments, and I wasn't really worried with choosing an instrument. I just knew that violin wasn't my first choice. Ultimately, though, like some of you today, I was influenced by my friend's decision and chose the violin as my instrument. I never truly enjoyed playing my instrument up until the end of 6th grade, when reading notes wasn't like reading hieroglyphics and playing music was about listening to everyone around you. There's nothing better than hitting that last note in each piece of your program and experiencing the silence and calm in the room before the audience begins to clap. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I know a couple of people who quit orchestra and now realize that the only reason they did was because of COVID and how it affected their orchestra experience. Try to convince your friends to not be influenced by any negative middle school experiences, since high school will most definitely be different than what you experience in middle school.
To those 8th graders that decided to come tonight, I'm sure you have questions about Troy High School's atmosphere and things regarding not only scheduling, but after-school activities. Maybe some of you are already thinking about college. Going into high school, we were both worried we wouldn't have enough time for orchestra. Between Anna, Sophia, and I, we have 5 sports going on. We are 2 of many kids at Troy High who manage to balance sports, academics, and instruments throughout the school year. We can boldly attest that this is very doable. I understand those of you who showed up today are hopefully here for more than just ice cream and are pretty confident you'll take orchestra next year. So please spread the word to those that didn't come that sports and extracurriculars really shouldn't be an issue at all with orchestra. Matter of fact, many of the people I know and some of my closest friends are in sports and orchestra.
Okay, so, like probably a lot of you, I have always loved field trips, mostly because of the excused absences. Sorry, Dad. Yet this orchestra has shown me just how much these trips can impact your life. I'm sure some of you know what I'm talking about with the DC trip and everything, and you could agree those 8-hour bus rides aren't so easy to do homework in. There's so much bonding with your fellow classmate, there really isn't much time to worry about that bedding you forgot to pack for string camp. Shout out to Anmo Shakla. Raise your hand, Anmo. She forgot her bedding for string camp and we all had to help her out. It's alright, that's what orchestra's for, helping other people out. No, but really, there are so many trip opportunities in orchestra, including string camp, which will be talked about later, and the annual spring trip that changes location every year. Like this year, where we played inside the Rose Theater at the Jazz Section in Lincoln Center. Now, having pictures and memories of things of what we got to do, like going to Times Square and our dinner cruise at the end of the trip, will always remain close to my heart. Not only that, but the lessons learned at both trips, like getting to places on time and never taking pictures with people in costumes at Times Square, are things that I know everyone who went will remember.
So, my memory of truly having a bond with people in my orchestra this year was spooktacular. This concert had to have been one of my favorites this year. So it's more of a skit than a traditional concert with acting and music involved, which is pretty cool. And the people I got to do it with have become my friends for the rest of the school year. That's actually how Anna and I got to know each other. She helped write the script and I acted. So, you know, a match made in heaven. We had our holiday concert and gala, where fiddlers all the way from New York came to perform with us, televised for everyone to see. I can confidently say that every single concert is better than the last. From last-minute spooktacular discussions in the group chat at 12 a.m. for prop ideas, to spending time with each other and celebrating after every concert, I truly understand why I decided to stay in orchestra. No matter where you end up being, these people that are here with you right now are going to stay with you until the end of high school and hopefully longer. So, to my friends in orchestra, I wanted to say that the memories and connections we made this year have been unlike anything I've ever experienced. This is the first year where I believe that the friends I've made are going to be there for me no matter what. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll miss each and every one of you.
Alright, so before we keep moving on, we once again just want to thank everyone for attending, and I hope this will encourage you to continue orchestra and inspire your future years at Troy High. Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to Jessica Wu because it's her birthday today. Big applause for Jessica. Jessica. Yeah, Jessica. Alright, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, ladies. And thank you, orchestra. And I hope that the statements they said resonated with you as well. I'll tell you something, for everyone who's on the stage, to everyone in the audience who plays at Troy High or will be playing at Troy High, this is not something that is extra. This is part of what we do. It looks, I mean, externally, oh my gosh, does it look good on college resumes or applications. But it teaches so much about life. It teaches so much about working together, learning together, solving problems together. There are ways to make this a full high school experience. We just had our graduating class walk out the doors yesterday, and they are off to such amazing places to do incredible things. So many future engineers, medical professionals, and other high-powered academic collegiate experiences, going to Duke, going to University of Michigan, going to University of Pennsylvania, and beyond. It's an incredible experience, and I believe that so much of it is right here. And it's awfully nice to have an hour every day where you're making music. You're doing something intensely human and so powerful. So, there are 4 orchestras here at Troy High School. We have our freshman orchestra, concert orchestra, Philharmonic Orchestra, and Symphony Orchestra. Those last 3 are available to all students grade 10 through 12. Philharmonic and Symphony by audition. Symphony Orchestra performs as a symphony orchestra after marching band season is over, and our talented wind, brass, and percussion players join us to play great masterworks of the orchestral tradition. We also have part of our program are the Troy Country Fiddlers, an incredible group of kids that meets a couple times a week after school and performs around the community, and we performed in New York as well. So one of the things that we want to talk to you about this evening is string camp. String camp's an incredible thing. I've spent probably a full year of my life, not connected, of course, at string camps of some sort. Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp, Interlochen, the Michigan American String Teacher Association String Camp, and now the Troy High String Camp. It was so much fun, and I'm looking forward to our Falls Camp as well, and all incoming ninth graders, as well as all of our returning students, are welcome and encouraged to come to camp. It's an incredible way, as these ladies said before, to build our community, and that is so important to me. That's going to be our theme for this next year, is developing the community that we have within Orchestra, the family that we have, the friendships. And by the way, playing music really, really well. So String Camp has been around for a long time. We develop a lot of musical skills during camp. It's a way to get our fingers moving after a summer. Our camp is held at Camp Kopniconic in Fenton, Michigan. The facilities are beautiful. The dining hall is air conditioned. Are the cabins air conditioned? Yeah, they are. Cabins are air conditioned as well. And beautiful facilities on a lake. We've had a long-standing relationship with them. We have lots of rehearsal space, dining space, waterfront, beautiful cabins. Like I said, kids get to do some canoeing. We have a bonfire. We have a skit night where all the orchestras act out skits for each other. It's a good way to get ready for spectacular. We leave on Friday. We take school buses out to Fenton after school on Friday, and we have a concert Sunday morning at 11, at which we ask parents to pick up your student and their instruments and stuff. We do a lot of other activities while we're there. And we have a lot of extra professionals that come in to work with our students. We have members of the Detroit Symphony who come out to do sectionals with each of the violin, viola, cello, and bass sections. We have guest conductors who come out and join us. And you, as you walked in, saw a camp packet. It's got all the forms that you need, not only for camp, but for next year. And we encourage you all to get those in. They're asking for them by May 30th. If you need a little time, that's fine with us. But the sooner we know, the better we can start planning. All of the information is there. We have permission slips, medical forms, all that good stuff. We also have our information forms for next year, which are very important, because that way, that allows us to start getting in touch with our future students, as well as keeping in touch with our current students. There's a lot of different ways to pay for camp: Venmo, check, cash, etc. So we also will need parent chaperones for camp, because our chaperones who stay in the cabin with the kids are students' parents. So we need both men and women to join us. You stay for 2 nights in the cabin, and you get to enjoy all the camp activities, and you actually have a lot of downtime to relax and walk around while the students are in classes. We are in particular need of those with medical, in the medical profession, to help us out just in case. Now I'd like to introduce to you all a wonderful person who's done so much for our orchestras this year. This is our oath president, Debbie Petches.
Thank you, Mrs. Stewart. And first of all, I want to say bravo to the freshman orchestra. You guys sounded great. And I was sitting around thinking in the chair, I was like, people don't stop and think that. I think last year, probably most of you guys were home, like practicing in your room on Zoom, which is not the way you want to learn orchestra. So you guys sound phenomenal. Good job. And to all the parents, thank you for coming. It's great to see so many faces. I'm a little concerned I might need to panic buy some extra ice cream, but that's okay. I am the oath president for this past year. I've had the honor of being the oath president. My daughter had her last day yesterday and will be graduating next week. So I'll be moving on next year. So we have lots of opportunities for new positions in oath. And just a little, first of all, oath stands for the Orchestra Association of Tri-High. We're kind of like the PTO for the orchestra. And we do fundraising to help bring in some of the musicians that Ms. Stewart was discussing and talking about, or bring in guest performers for things like our gala in the February. And that really helps elevate the level of performance, learning that the children get. Let's see what else. And we also help with concerts. So a lot of just getting kids on and off the stage. We only have one group tonight, but there's behind the scenes thing that goes on. Sometimes we have a lot more seating reserved for different VIPs for some events. So we always need help with that. So when you came in, you should have gotten a little half sheet. If you are interested, we'd be very grateful if you maybe put down your name, an email address, and anything that you might be interested in helping with next year. And I've got a little gold box that we've used for different things, and I'll try to put it out by the ice cream, and you can just kind of pop it in there. Also, you should know that we have meetings every first Monday of the month, so we will have a June 6th meeting. I believe it will be in the orchestra room, and it will be a dessert potluck, so it will be good food. And you are more than welcome to attend that. And that is really about it for what I have to say. So I look forward to meeting with you if people have any questions. And thank you so much for coming.
This is actually my first year here at Troy High School. I feel like I've been here for a really long time now. What an amazing group of kids just throughout the whole program. I can't wait to be with you all for the next 3 years. The relationships we've already developed, it's just going to grow, and I'm just so looking forward to it. So I hope you're all with me for the next 3 years and beyond. Hey, really quickly, who here went to Baker Middle School? Stand up. Stand up. Any Baker folks out there? All right. How about Smith Middle School? How about Boland Park Middle School? And have a seat. And how about a big round of applause for all 3 middle schools? See, we come together as one orchestra, and it doesn't matter where we come in, how we play, because we all work together, we all help each out, and we all grow in our skill level. So if you're like, oh my gosh, that's crazy, that some people are, don't worry, because everybody fits. Everybody has a place in orchestra. Everybody is important in orchestra. The community I mentioned, I have a philosophy about chairs. A chair is something upon which you sit to play the best you can. So I can't wait to get to know our incoming freshmen. I can't wait to continue this journey we've started as our class of orchestra here. And I hope that you all have an amazing summer, and I will see you all back in the fall. So we have one more piece for you, and then 8th graders, we're inviting you to join us for some ice cream. 9th graders, joining us for ice cream. If there's leftovers, join us for ice cream. Just let these folks go first. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.